All right, I got to get to stirring. It was at 1:55, so that's what time it is. So I'll be stirring. All right, so your next stage of roux right there is what's known as a peanut butter roux because it's the color of peanut butter. And again, remember, you got to keep stirring. So once we're going for a chocolate brown. So once we get to that chocolate brown, I'll come back and show you. All right, right now, I can't give you time, but right now, we'll call this a caramel roux, and we're still going for a chocolate roux. So we'll be back. Ready? Got a little fuzzy on me, but all right. So now we're not quite at a chocolate brown, but it's the color of a penny, which isn't bad. I don't like to go much darker than this because you could burn your roux. So what I'm gonna do is probably do it for a couple more minutes. By the way, it's a 135 or 235, 235. So we've been at this for 40 minutes. So let me see if I can get my focus right. All right, that's better. All right, so we've been at it for 40 minutes. We're probably gonna do it for 5 minutes more. So you're looking at 45 minutes, and when we come back, we'll be adding the vegetables. All right, now we're going in with the onions, or the onion mixture, because it's something pre-cut at the store you get. Make sure it's all good. All right, stir it up. It's a mixture, like I said, probably celery, bell pepper, parsley, mostly onion. I like it because it's easy, it's cheap. I don't have to spend time cutting. I didn't go over, like, this is a triple recipe, and so normally what I would do for a regular recipe, so you're looking at the ratios are simple. You're going to do a half a cup of oil to 3/4 cups of flour. So what I put in today was 2 1/4 cups of flour and a cup and a half of oil. You're going to do 2 onions, or 2 cups of onions. So what we just put in was about 6 cups of the mixture. You want 1-to-1 tomatoes to okra, so like 1 14-ounce can of tomatoes, that's what they come in, to a pound of okra. I'm putting in 3 big cans of tomatoes just because I like them. So you could use 1 big can to 1 pound of okra, and I'm gonna add a little bit more okra just because of the way that the bags come. But so I'm gonna do 3 28-ounce cans of just chopped tomatoes and 4 pounds of okra just because I got 2-pound bags, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use it all. There's no reason not to. So we're gonna let these stir these till they get soft. I'm gonna add a little chopped garlic. Then I'm gonna go in with the tomatoes and then the okra. So we'll be back once it softens up, and then we'll be putting in tomatoes. All right, it appears that the gumbo, or not the gumbo, the onions and the mixture have softened up a good bit. See how it's like a little paste? All right, we're gonna add, this is about 10 cloves of garlic that I chopped up. We're gonna add that. Cook it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Let it get to where we can smell it, where it incorporates in there. You can start to smell that garlic really good. And then we're gonna add the tomatoes and turn up the heat a little bit. We got a little water we're gonna add to it. But we're gonna add the tomatoes and okra first. Then we'll add the water to the texture that we want. I'm gonna let Bubba tell me when he smells it. I think it's time to add the tomatoes.
Can you smell it?
You can smell it? All right.
I'm starting to smell it. I'm starting to smell. I don't know if it's strong enough for you, but.
All right, that's Bubba, my brother. He decided that he was going to help me cook this year in case I die, that someone will be able to cook it next year. All right, ready? Here we go with some tomatoes. All right, stir. Incorporate that. We're using the juices to help us incorporate that roux from the tomatoes. I'm gonna add another one.
Smell that.
All right, stir that one in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little water that I got set aside. I'm gonna put it in these cans like that, and like this. We don't want to let nothing go to waste. And we're gonna put the last can of tomatoes. All right, ooh, it's coming together good, nice little paste. And we're gonna do the water trick again. All right, this is not cold water, but it's not hot water. You know, if it's room temperature to cold, that's what you want to err on the side of. You don't want to break the roux up. So here we go. Stir it in. We're gonna let that incorporate first. Gotta do it in stages. All right, ready? And just so you know, if you want to keep measurements, that was just one of these containers measures out to be 4 cups. So that was 4 cups of water that I just put, and we're about to put 4 more cups. And then we're just gonna play it by ear. Okra's going in next. Oh, I got the okra right here. Cut okra. Just, this is the 2-pound bag of Winn-Dixie cut okra. It's frozen. People talk about the okra and the sliminess and this, that, and the other. I like the sliminess, but if you get it frozen like this, I've never had a problem with slimy, to be honest with you. All right, put that back down, and we'll add the okra. Hold on, I gotta put you down. All right, and in goes the okra. It ain't gonna burn you, it's frozen.
I'm worried about the rest of the stuff, not the okra.
That ain't gonna. All right, that's one bag. All right, we're gonna add the second bag. We're gonna probably add a little bit more water because it looks a little thick. And then we're gonna bring it up to a simmer. So we'll be back. All right, so we turn the heat up a little bit. We wanna get this to a simmer before we add in our shrimp. We've added more water. You see it's not, I don't know if you can tell, it's not as thick. So we've added a total of basically 4 quarts of water, which is 16 cups. And we might add more. We'll be back. All right, so it's not quite coming up to a simmer. It's got a little smoke coming up from it, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of Tony's. Tony's has a lot of salt, so you wanna go light on it. You can always add seasoning later. I'm gonna add a couple dashes of Worcestershire in a second. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna season it with. Because it's such a big old pot of gumbo, I don't want to put hot sauce or cayenne or make it too spicy. I added a little black pepper as well. But you know, your seasonings is your taste. I don't like to put bay leaves. I don't like to put thyme. I think all of that takes away from the seafood flavor. So just a little Tony's, a little Worcestershire, a little black pepper, pretty much is what I use. All right, so it's just now starting to simmer. I'm gonna turn the heat to where you can see it. All right. So there we go. See, we got a little simmer action. So I'm gonna lower the heat now so we don't go to a full boil. But really, it's not gonna matter. We got it up. Bubba's about to add 6 pounds of frozen shrimp. Here they are. We got 100, 200s, I think. We got some little ones, and we got some bigger ones, but nothing really big. I don't like, this is the biggest ones I got right here. So go ahead and add them. Do what? 3140s?
You ready?
I think we got 3 different kinds. All right, so we're gonna let it boil. All right, go ahead. This will cool it off immediately. But I want to turn the heat up a little bit because I want to bring it back to a simmer as soon as possible. And then we're gonna add the crab meat, and let it cook for about an hour. All right, so you don't need to sit here and watch him put all 6 packs of shrimp in there. Trust me, he's doing it. I do want to show this. All right, remember, this is Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Christmas Day, and look at the summer condensation on the beer and the water. Like, seriously, heat, humidity on Christmas Day sucks. All right, what we have here, 3 pounds of blue crab claw meat. That's what I prefer to use in a gumbo, is the claw meat. So Bubba's claiming there was a simmer a minute ago, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. Woo! Almost got myself. It'll break up once it heats up. So just go ahead. There we go. Didn't get myself that time. And one more. So we're going to continue to stir that. And in a minute, we're going to add the, I guess we can do it now. We can add, well, in a minute, once it comes back up to simmer, we're going to add the blue crabs. We'll show you that when we come back. All right, so we're stirring it up. We're bringing it to a simmer. I added a little bit more kitchen bouquet. I added a little bit more Tony's. Again, it's seasoned to taste, and this is a big pot of gumbo. I probably add double the amount of Tony's that I already put in it still, but you don't want to do it all at once. You want to let the crab flavors and the shrimp flavors mix together and then taste it again, and you can always add the seasoning later. Right now, we're going to let it simmer. I'm going to go get the blue crabs to put in there once it comes up to a simmer. I'll show you that, and then after that, it's just going to let it kind of slow cook until it's ready to serve. Big old pot of gumbo. All right, we got it up to a nice simmer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3 packs of these blue crabs that have been rinsed. You definitely want to rinse them because they have a real kind of crabby flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and add these to the pot and bring it back to a simmer. And then once that happens, we're gonna lower the heat, let it simmer for about an hour, and then we should be ready to eat. And if anybody remembers my chicken and sausage gumbo from, I think, Election Day, you might remember this little boy. He was pretty wild back then, but now he likes to be petted. He's a cute little boy. He lives in the backyard, and he purrs all the time now, and he comes and he wants to be with me all the time now, whereas before he wasn't. But look at him, he's a sweet little kitty back here. I should name him Gumbo, huh? Since he's back here every time I'm cooking a gumbo. He's a good boy. And B-Hop's back. B-Hop and the little kitty. So I got the kitties back here with me. I got the gumbo going. Again, crabs are in. Waiting to bring it up to a simmer. It started raining a little bit. You can start to hear it. But right now, I just tasted it. I think it's good. I'm gonna wait for my brother to come back, let him taste it. We'll adjust whether we need to add more salt, more pepper. I'm not going to add any more Worcestershire, any more hot sauce. I mean, it's pretty much the flavor and the taste that I want. The only thing it's missing is just that cooked. I just put the crabs in 5 minutes ago, so it just needs to cook a little bit, get that seafood flavor in there, and it's going to be a delicious, wonderful, very, very seafoody gumbo. Anyway, it's looking good. Actually, at this point, I think when I come back, we'll be plating it up. I'm going to go sort the rice right now. I forgot I was filming it, but here we go. This is it plated up. You got the crab claws you can see right there. You got crackers, buttered crackers right here. Here's more. It's a family Christmas. We're all eating gumbo, sitting around on an 85 degree day.
Younger ain't here. And neither's 10.
Made a whole nother gumbo on the side.
This is the final pot. There's my rice, perfect rice. You can see the grain. Anyway, enjoy.